this isn't something new. Like, there are literally nurses and some doctors who only took upon this profession to hurt others. I mean, is that even fathomable to you, Luigi? I can't even think like that. Like, how do you
Like
do
it
that
takes
to
a
them?
special type of sociopath and like psychopath. You know what I mean?
Oh
Because
yeah.
like like being being a nurse and a doctor,
Mhm.
it kind of sucks. It's very stressful. People die when you. I'm not saying all the time, but enough, especially if you're a
Enough
surgeon.
where you'd be like, God, yeah.
Yeah. So like a lot of them like bear a heavy toll, but then
Mhm.
to do something like this, like
That's crazy, man.
again, like to be
And
able to like, how do they sleep at night?
you gotta
Hurting a
think about it.
baby. I don't
These
even like
babies
watching kids get hurt in like a TV show off camera if I knew
or
it
like
happened.
at the park, I'm like, "Oh god, are you okay? Like, what the hell are you where's your mom and your dad? Let's go find them." But you gotta think of it like this. Those babies normally fit in your hand. Like, they're, like, that small. Like, I would say like a little puppy because I don't have kids, but they're very, very small. They fit in your palm, and their fingers are like little toothpicks at that point, and they're very small, you know. So if you're over there and endangering their lives or whatever you're doing, that is the most craziest stuff I've ever heard, man. And to think that there's that many people that have been convicted of these crimes, it's not a one off. This is like a three off. It's like there's been three that we know of, and then there's been countless nurses who've tried to kill their patients, who've injected bleach in the IV bags, like just crazy stuff, man. So, but there are places that do help out with this kind of situation. The one of which is called Zero Abuse Project, focused on prevention and education in cases of child abuse, including medical settings. And then there's one called Nurse Watch, a US based nonprofit dedicated to ensuring accountability among healthcare professionals. But it's so hard to sue doctors and nurses these days. Like, they have the toughest unions and insurance that money can buy. Not that that's going to bring your friend back or your mom back or whoever they decide to mess with while they're in the hospitals. But like I said, that's like my biggest fear, man. Going to a hospital and just not coming out. It's not crazy. It's just nuts to me. So there's an expert opinions on this and why this happens from a lady named, well, she's a doctor, Dr. Laura Patterson. She's an ethics specialist. The balance between vigilance and paranoia in healthcare is delicate. Over surveillance can lead to fear driven mistakes, but under surveillance allows predators to thrive. Yeah, because nobody wants to be seen breaking babies' fingers. They just want to say that, hey, I didn't do that, unless it's on videotape.
Did they have it
But
on camera?
they don't have it on camera for her, but they deduced that she was the only person on the watch that day when all these little babies, had a broken thumb, broken finger, broken toe, and babies, I mean, they're fragile, but they don't break like that, not like that.
Yeah.
So
What what is her defense? What the hell is she saying? Why she
she hasn't, from what I understand about this case, she's been like, mum's the word. She's saying she didn't do anything wrong. She's saying that these are just coincidences. But
bro?
right now, there's
Well,
9 of these weird coincidences that
yeah,
she's
one
being alleged to
location.
have done. And there's a multitude more that they're trying to place on her, but she's saying she had nothing to do with it. So, but the pros of increased scrutiny on this is that implementation of stricter monitoring systems can deter future misconduct. Greater accountability builds long-term trust in healthcare institutions, which we know. The cons on this, though, Luigi, over policing medical staff may create a hostile work environment affecting patients' care. Families could delay seeking medical help out of the fear and exasperating health crises. I would also tell you, and the thing that I would think that might help is, how we make the police now wear those body cameras?
Yeah.
I think that why not make the doctors and the nurses wear body cameras? What do you think about that?
Yeah, like recording the surgery and whatnot to see like if they
Yeah.
did anything wrong. They left a
Well,
pair of
yeah.
scissors in you.
Well, because doctors have left like tools in people's bodies, like scissors, scalpels,
Yeah.
like everything, you know? So, but could these injuries have occurred naturally due to the fragility of preterm infants? While vigilance is essential, false accusations can destroy lives and careers. So I mean, there's a lot into this, and I think with this particular lady, I think she fucking did it. I think she's a nasty pig who fucking did it. I think she should be put behind the wall of the jail because anyone who's messing with little babies, I mean, that is fucking disgusting. And whatever they give her, she deserves that times 10.
She
That's what
looks
I
like
feel.
she looks like the person who would too. Have you seen a picture of this bitch?
Yes. She looks so fucking unlovable. I mean, I
She does.
mean, just she's got the face that only a mother on some kind of drugs could love. I mean,
Yeah.
she looks like Grimace with a perm. She's
Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. That's a good with bangs, you know?
And with bangs. Who wears fucking bangs? Like, I mean, who's doing that right now? That's the 80s, man. And she looks like what she's like 20-ish in her 20s or early
She's
30s.
26.
26. What a piece of garbage, man. And this is the kicker for me. And it's not just because I'm African American, but it kind of is. She's fucking with like little black babies. The fuck is this? These kids, these preemies, these, underdeveloped children are all African American babies. So what the fuck is that about? No laughing aside, but is this bitch nuts? Like she's fucking crazy, bro. God, if I wish that somebody would just put her in a fucking closed room with Muhammad Ali or Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson better since he's still alive, and just let him just rip into that bitch, like bite her fucking ears off. Anyway, but the statistics on the studies, a 2022 pediatrics journal study found that less than 1% of child abuse cases occur in medical settings. But the psychological and systemic damage of these cases far outweighs their frequency. 85% of the NICU families surveyed reported heightened anxiety about the safety of their newborns post this scandal. So, and we've seen this before. You remember, I mean, you know who Simone Biles is, right? Of course. She's
Yeah.
like the most Olympic medaled, short, what is it called? A gymnast of all time, right?
Yeah.
Her and a lot of her American crew in the Olympics that were female were being molested by their gynecologist, the guy who was, set aside to help them, their medical doctor with a medical license. And he got 176 years to life once the trial was over. And it didn't ruin their lives, but like when Simone Biles went to Japan to medal, she got the benzies, which is when a gymnast is off balance and she can't, get her focus, like with her where her feet are and all that stuff like that. And then she had to leave the Japan Olympics. But all that was because of all the stuff that happened with her gynecologist. Like these people who were paid very, very well to take care of you in a hospital setting, and they're just doing the most depraved things to people. Like there was a dentist who would like carve his initials into patients like gums, and there was a gynecologist who would burn his his insignia and moniker into women's vagina, into their uteruses.
What
That
the
I mean,
hell?
this is like, where do you find the time to be a sadist? Like, it's just crazy to me. It really, honestly, is crazy. But I mean, what would you do, Gigi, if you found this stuff out? Like, and you already know about me. I'm not sure how you are about hospitals. How do you feel about hospitals?
I mean, I'm not like against them, but I can definitely see why people would be,
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
crazy
I
stuff going
understand.
on.
But no, it's not really anything that's bothered me.
No, okay, well, that's good. You're better than me. Like,
It's more or
what
less I
are
don't like
like?
going because like it's a ripoff. More as opposed to I
Yes,
don't like going because like I feel like they're trying to kill me. I also don't trust that they're actually all that experienced.
yes,
Um, they spend 12 years in college, and a lot of them still get a lot of stuff off of just WebMD. It's like, bruh, I could do that.
yeah, I could have done that. Or they go another step further and say, "Oh, well, black people don't have any sense of pain, so let's just." Which a lot of them still believe this, and these are the new doctors. I think you and I have talked about this before on one of our prior shows. But only 40% of healthcare institutions conduct regular psychological evaluations for staff working in high stress environments like NICUs.